Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Scarlet Knights will get this season underway as toe means leather. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try the middle. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. All right, guys, let's talk Houston. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Trying to make magic. There he goes. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize fourth down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by fourth down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. With the catch, it's Young. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room.
That's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hands, it's Young. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To the air, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Raymond. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Complete to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the first down. The Scarlet Knights have moved it inside the 20. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he's headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gashed them all by himself.
Right, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time, and you got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it, but when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the tailback. Quick spin on the run. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He's going to take off. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense gets set for second down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big Ten too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players...
He smashes his way through again. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Under fire. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unleashes one. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
To keep it in the air. Another incompletion on third down. Houston trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't...
Grabs it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll go right back to it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
They tried to sneak the draw in there. The defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast. And
he wants to take the top off. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good...
Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Scarlet Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. The give is to Williams. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
Breaks into the open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations, nobody has him. Look at that. Runs the option to perfection, keeps the football, and gets the 1st down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 35. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So good luck stopping.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but put it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougar!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got a man. It's Marsh. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Pulls it in. It's Marsh. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Scarlet Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Underwood. Grab near the marker, it's Allen. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's third and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first and goal.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Wants to throw again. Looking to get it in. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now third and goal from the 2. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Rutgers.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal again from the 2. Trying to slam in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Interesting decision here if you're the head coach. Just tried to run it on 3rd down. No can do. You've got the touchdown lead, but you really could make a statement. You could really seize a lot of momentum here early in the second half. If you go for it and hit and lead by 14, that's a whole different ball.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 25. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They get to him as he throws.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Trying to move the chains. Houston comes to the line on 4th down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Courtney. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They think there's room to run to the right here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. The give is to Williams. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a first. Turning it on. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Option football is about responsibility, but I can't give up my hand. I can't show them really quickly and make it easy on them. Good job by the defense, staying patient, defending all the options, stringing it out, and making a nice play.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Houston will snap it in the red zone. Some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got a little space. Purdy on the Jets. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cornell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go to the draw. Shakes off the defender. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated.